Where on earth do I start? Hello, welcome back. I'm author and healer Katie Gates. Thank you so much for being here. Today, I am going to share with you 7 steps that you can take to accomplish your ultimate goal. You know, Marcus Aurelius, Marcus Aurelius, Marcus Aurelius said, if you seek tranquility, do less. And I couldn't help but agree with that quote, because when it comes to accomplishing the ultimate goal, seek not to overcomplicate things. That's like one of the number one rules when it comes to accomplishing goals, not to overcomplicate the process. Instead, aim to simplify as much as you can, and the process will be easier. So when it comes to accomplishing goals, don't overcomplicate the process. If you aim for simplicity, your process will be easier. And something else that I found fascinating, they say if you put happiness before any of your goals, you will remain happy. And I can relate to that. I'm sure that you can too, because when we are happy, before we set out to accomplish any goal, our wildest dreams, etc., we will also be happy during and after the process, even if things don't go as planned. So today, like I said, I'm sharing 7 simple steps to help you accomplish your ultimate goal. Step 1 would be to decide that you actually want to achieve the goal. It's one thing to think about your goal. It's another thing to decide that it's something that you really want to do, because this is not just a wish, it's a firm commitment. It's I am doing this type of moment no matter what. It has to be a resounding yes. I am going for it. I'm all the way in. This is that moment. And Mark Twain said, the secret to getting ahead is getting started. And so in order to get started, you have to make the decision that it's something that you want to achieve. So decide that you want to achieve your goal and then work to achieve it. Step 2, choose faith over fear. Now, I know this is easier said than done, because stepping out to do something new and different and out of the ordinary is scary. It's fearful, because as human beings, we get used to a routine. If something's routine, we get up in the mornings, we go to work, drop the children off, etc., etc. That's routine. We're not really expecting something out of the ordinary to happen. But when you're starting something new, it's new to you. You don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. So it requires you to choose faith over fear. And also remember that things may not go initially as planned. So during choosing faith over fear, be flexible and give yourself grace, because you will make mistakes. You will have setbacks, but that's part of the process. Step 3, write the vision and make it plain. Write your vision down in a notebook, not on your phone's note tablet, because let's face it, phones are finicky. When they do that updating thing, something's always different. You're always bound to lose something. So make sure you write your vision down in a notebook, because it's not just a task, it's a commitment. And when you can see your vision, it makes it more tangible and real. It's almost something that you can feel. You can see it. Your eyes can see it. In other words, it simplifies what you want to do by allowing you to see and understand your goal. And you also feel a real connection to the process. When you can write it down and physically see it, like I'm looking at this piece of paper and I can physically see my notes that I have here, it gives me a connection to the video that I'm doing for you to help you accomplish your ultimate goals. But during this process of writing your vision, don't overthink things. Simply jot down what it is that you want to do and why. Step 4, make a plan. This is critical. Without a plan, you don't know what steps you need to take to accomplish your goal. So jot down the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., that it's going to take for you to accomplish your goal. Now, during this step, think about research. What research do you need, or what research is it going to take for you to accomplish your goal? Are you going to need help or extra funds? What kind of supplies or materials are you going to need? And if you're going to advertise, where are you going to advertise? All of these things go in a plan. And now listen, your ultimate goal may not be to start a business or anything like that. It can be to lose 10 pounds by such and such date. It can be to make your bed every morning in order to establish a routine. For the next 30 days, you want to make your bed. You can apply these 7 steps to help you reach that goal as well. Next, become system and laser focus. This is critical, my friend, extremely, extremely critical. It's critical because distractions are everywhere. We look around, there's a distraction. We look this way, there's a distraction. But I like to believe that we can only get distracted if we allow ourselves to. So stay focused, and your goal and your dream of accomplishing that goal will happen. So have a defined system in place to keep the plan going strong. It's very critical. I got systems from James Clear. He's the author of Atomic Habits. He says, fall in love with systems because while goals provide direction and push you forward, in the short term, a well-designed system will always win. So in other words, goals are for planning and systems are for making progress. And so become system and laser focus is a major step in helping you accomplish your ultimate goal. Next, start with one step at a time, because the worst thing you can do is to start with multiple steps and overwhelm yourself. If you start with multiple steps and overwhelm yourself, you're going to get burnt out. That's called overcomplicating the process. And once we overcomplicate the process, we end up sitting the dream or the goal back on the shelf and we never touch it again. That's a recipe for failure. So do one thing at a time. Once you finish a step, cross it off, put a check mark by it, highlight it to indicate that you have accomplished that step. Now, doing this not only minimizes anxiety when it comes to accomplishing your goals, but it's like a mental lollipop for the mind. Much better than sugar, but it makes you feel good. It's a sensation of, I finally did it. I can do this. I accomplished that step. And step 7, repeat. So complete the remaining steps and mark them off as you go. Those are the 7 simple steps that you can take to accomplish your ultimate goal. Those are the steps that I took when I wrote my first book. They're the steps that I've taken every book after, and I'm currently working on a new book. And yes, I am taking these same 7 steps. In the process, I had to remember a few things as well, and I think these will help you too. So I want to share them with you real quickly. I had to remember to have patience because things are easier said than done, right? But nothing great happens overnight. And I had to remember that greatness comes with tests and trials. But if we work through them, we will be successful. Be flexible. I had to also remember this because we can be bold and we can make changes, but we also have to understand that not everything goes our way. If we need to be flexible and make changes, then we have to be open to doing so. We can't fear change. Support. This is a biggie here because not everyone is going to support you or your goal. And normally those closest to you will not support you. So be mindful of that. But remember that that's not the important part. What's important is you believing in yourself, you supporting yourself. So don't allow naysayers to ruin a good thing. And lastly, I had to remember that their definition of success was not my definition of success. Everybody's definition of success looks different. So rather than measuring my success by what I had accomplished, I measured my success by my efforts. And I want you to do the same thing. Don't measure your success by what you've accomplished. Instead, measure your success by your efforts. And if you fail at first, like many of us do, it's a natural part of accomplishing any goal. Just get up and try again and again and again until you succeed. My friend, I promise you, if you employ these 7 steps and you remember the reminders that I just shared with you, you will accomplish your goal. And when you do, make sure you remember this video and come back and let me know. So there you have it. 7 simple steps to help you accomplish your ultimate goal. I'm author and healer Katie Gates. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload any new videos. Give this video a thumbs up and also share it with a friend. If you know someone who has a dream and they want to know how to accomplish that dream or to reach that goal, this is their video. So until next time, bye-bye.